What if Oscar found the Omnitrix? Chapter 7. A small problem. Late at night in Mistral, Oscar Pine was training room while wielding the long memory. After a set of swings, he pants from exhaustion. He then heard a voice enter the room. "You're really getting better, huh? Are you hungry?" "It's almost dinner time," Ruby said. Yeah, okay. That sounds good. I'll call it a night on my training." "So, you've never fought before?" Ruby said. "Just the occasional small grim. But after I got this watch, that changed. I fought some robots as phosphophilite, but they were nothing like what's ahead of us, though," Oscar said. "Well, to me you look like a natural," Ruby said. "It's strange, I have only had this cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime. Longer, even." "I sound like a crazy person," Oscar said. "I mean, yeah, just a little. But at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time." Suddenly, Ruby frowned upon mentioning her last phrase. Oscar noticed this. Oscar said. "Well, see you upstairs," Ruby said. "How do you handle all of this?" Oscar asked. "What do you mean?" Ruby asked. "I'm scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life, than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this..." "Who would ask for this?" Oscar asked. He glanced down at the floor as a tear dripped from his eye. He sniffled before kneeling to the floor to reach his backpack. He grabbed the cane and pulled the lever on the handle to compact it before putting it in his backpack. "We all went to Beacon because we wanted to help people. But, you're right. None of us asked for this either. We just have to press on," and Ruby said. "How can you be so confident? People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again." "How are you okay with any of this?" Oscar asked, interrupting Ruby. Ruby was taken aback by Oscar's question. She frowned as she began her response. "When Beacon fell, I lost two of my friends, Penny Polendina and Pyrrha Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change the fact that they were two of the most kind-hearted people I have ever met. But that didn't save them. Pyrrha thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, then it was a chance worth taking. And because of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win. And Penny was killed." "Just to make a statement," Ruby said, walking the exit to the outside arena and looking out to the night sky. "I'm sorry," Oscar said. "I am scared, but not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody, and that scares me most of all. Pyrrha, Penny. I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt, that I didn't think about them every day since I lost them, that I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too, no matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do, to keep moving forward," Ruby said. Oscar walked up next to Ruby, and they both share a smile. Ruby wiped tears coming from her eyes with her arm. She then put her arm on Oscar's shoulder. "Sorry for dumping all that on you. Not really something you want to hear when you're worried about what you're up against with the world on your shoulders," Ruby said. "Perhaps to someone normal, but for some reason, hearing what you've been through has calmed my nerves and made me think I can do the same. I can follow in your footsteps and become someone like you," Oscar said. Ruby blushed. "She really is remarkable, isn't she?" Ozpin mentally asked. "Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon," Oscar mentally said. "In some ways, yes. But in many others, no. She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable, a spark, that can inspire others even in the darkest of times," Ozpin mentally said. "This must be really hard on her too," Oscar mentally said, looking at Ruby. It most assuredly is, Ozpin mentally said. Say, we've still got some time before dinner is ready, let's have a quick hand-to-hand combat spar to take our minds off the possible end of the world, Ruby said. Oscar let out a laugh. Yeah. Okay, Oscar said. Ruby and Oscar then took their stances. Remember to activate your aura, Ozpin said. You're never going to let me live that down, are you? Oscar mentally asked. Only until you get it right. I'd prefer not to transfer to a new host so soon. Now get ready, Ozpin said. Right, Oscar mentally said. Oscar and Ruby began circling each other, wait for the other to make a move. Ruby then charged at Oscar with several quick jabs which he blocked. Oscar quickly retorted with his own jabs. He went for a right hook with Ruby dodged, into the path of this left hook. Oscar was about to land a hit but then Ruby ducked. She then grabbed Oscar's arms with both her hands, one of them holding onto the Omnitrix, activating it. Oh, Oscar said. Ruby then flipped Oscar over her head and onto the floor, which in turn slammed the Omnitrix dial down. I win, Ruby declared. She then looked around. Oscar, Ruby asked. Down here, Oscar said. Ruby looked down to see that Oscar had transformed into Brainiac. Oscar. Why did you transform into Brainiac? Ruby asked. When you grabbed my arm, you must have activated it. And then when you slammed me into the floor the dial was pressed down, Oscar said. Oh, I see. Sorry about that, Ruby said. It's fine, Oscar said. Oscar suddenly looked away from Ruby for some reason. Oscar. Is something the matter? Ruby asked. May I suggest that you acquire some shorts next time you go clothes shopping? Oscar said. Ha, Ruby said, quite confused. After a moment, Ruby realized what Oscar meant. She blushed and pulled her skirt to hide her underwear. Sorry, Oscar said. It's fine. I know you didn't mean to look, Ruby said. An awkward moment of silence filled the room. Let's go to dinner and forget this ever happened, Ruby said. Okay, Oscar said. The two began to walk to the stairs. Need a lift? Little guy, Ruby said. Not at all, Oscar said. Oscar then bounced off the walls up the stairs. Hey. I was trying to be nice, Ruby yelled. Then don't call me little. Just because my stature miniature does not mean I am unable to do things you can do at your size. Size matters not, young Ruby, Oscar said. Where is this sudden life lesson coming from? Ruby asked. I don't really know. I guess it's Brainiac talking. I don't know why, but I know how to do things I didn't know in the first place, Oscar said. Like what? Ruby asked. Well, let's take Crescent Rose. I have the knowledge to turn the bolt-action sniper into a laser shot. Doing so would increase the range of it and also would allow it to switch to an assault rifle mode, Oscar said. Oh my god, that sounds so cool. But that would take the recoil out of Crescent Rose. I use the recoil to launch myself forward, Ruby said. Then perhaps I could keep the bullets in the design. Adding an energy cell won't add that much extract weight and won't increase the size by a noticeable amount, Oscar said. That could work. But enough weapon talk. We have food to eat, Ruby said. Indeed we do, Oscar said. Oscar then jumped on Ruby's shirt. Let's go, Oscar said. Oh, so now you want me to carry you now? Ruby asked. Yes, Oscar said. Ruby and Oscar laughed. The two then entered the dining room. Ah, Ruby. You're just in time, dinner is served, Ren said. Great, Ruby said. Hey, where's my little cute boy? Ozpin Nora asked. Please stop calling me that, Oscar said, drawing the attention of the others to Ruby's shoulder. Oscar. Why are you a frog? John asked. An accidental transformation, this is Brainiac. He's all brains no brawn, Oscar said. Well, that'll make eating dinner a bit hard. When are you going to transform back? John asked. I should transform back any moment now, Oscar said. Everyone waited for Oscar to transform back. but he didn't. Great. Just great. Am I stuck like this forever now? Oscar asked. Let's hope not. I want my little cute boyspin back, Nora said. Everyone stared at Nora. And because it would be terrible if he wasn't able to, Nora said. What are we going to do? Ruby asked. Hopefully he's just managed to extend the time he can transform, and he'll go back to normal after that time has elapsed, Ren said. And if not, Oscar asked. Then we have a real problem, Ren said. Wait and see. Great, Oscar said. Well, if it can't be helped, Nora said. Nora then grabbed Oscar and walked over to the dining table. She sat down and then placed Oscar on her chest. Nora. What are you doing? Oscar asked. Giving you a hand. You can't eat properly in your current size, can you? So I'm going to feed you, Nora said. But Oscar said. It's better if you don't fight it, Ren said. Oscar decided to take Ren's word and let Nora do her thing. Meanwhile, back near Oscar's home village, a biker gang was out in the woods. Rojo, why did you bring us all the way out here? There's hardly anything worth out here, a blue-haired woman said. That's what you think, Ajal, Rojo said. Then what is it? You haven't told us anything, a blonde-haired woman asked. What we are looking for, Amarillo, is a robot, Rojo said. A robot? Amarillo asked. What makes you think something like that is out here of all places? Ajal asked. I overheard that there was a robot attack here. A giant robot attacked the village. It was defeated by some crystal thing and was taken away by some weird knights, Rojo said. Then why are we looking for it? You just said it was taken away, Amarillo asked. We're not looking for that robot. Whoever built that robot must have been smart. Clearly there was something in the town that they wanted enough to send a giant robot to attack. And what do you do before you attack a place? You send in a scout. We're looking for that robot, Rojo said. I get that, but what makes you think that there's another one? They could have just sent in that giant robot to begin with. And even if they did, what makes you think we'll? Ajal said. Rojo then parted some bushes and saw a smashed up drone on the ground. Bingo, Rojo said. The three walked up to it. Wow, that's some high-tech drone, Amarillo said. See, I told you, Rojo said. Rojo then walked up and picked up the drone. Careful. It could still be active, Ajal said. I doubt it. This bucket of bolts has been sat here for a while. I doubt it's got any juice left, Rojo said. The drone suddenly glowed red to life and plugs into her neck, force transferring its innards into her. Rojo screams out in pain while the other two look on in horror. Her pant legs rip apart, her biker jacket sleeves were shredded by arm spikes. Her eyes glowed the same robotic red and her arms and legs had red veins. Up in space. Those humans are taking far too long to retrieve the Omnitrix. Send out more drones, Vilgax ordered. No need, sir. It seems one of the first drones we sent has somehow come back online, but with a new signal. It seems that the drone has merged with an organic being, a Bayard said. Interesting. Perhaps a human brain is better than a robotic one, Vilgax said. Back on Remnant, Rojo was still screaming out in pain while Ajal and Amarillo try to get the drone off her. Rojo hears an ear-piercing tone. She falls to the ground in pain. A voice breaks through the tone. Listen to me, whoever you are, Vilgax said. Where are you? Who are you? And how did you get in my head? Rojo asked. No questions. You are here to serve me, Vilgax said. Guess again. I work for me and only me, Rojo said. Her pain starts up again, now she's sent floating down into a yellow and red vein-filled vision. You now possess power you could have never imagined, but unless you find a way to use it, it will be worthless. Fulfill my demand, and I will teach you. Fail me, and I will turn you to dust, Vilgax said. So what do you want? Rojo asked. Only one thing. A piece of valuable technology, missing from my possession. And luckily, you are already programmed to find it. Its last known location is in Mistral. Go there and retrieve what is mine, Vilgax said. Rojo then found herself back in the real world, the pain now completely gone. She stood up. Rojo Ajal said. Girls. We're heading to Mistral, Rojo said. Back at Mistral, Team RNJR and Oscar had finished eating and were now trying to find out why Oscar wasn't transforming back. Go over what happened leading up to this, John said. Me and Oscar had decided to have a quick spa before coming up for dinner. I ended up flipping Oscar over my head, but in the process of grabbing his left arm, I activated the Omnitrix, Ruby said. And slamming him into the ground pushed the dial down, forcing the transformation, John said. Yeah, Ruby said. Perhaps the blunt force form hitting the floor caused something to break. We don't exactly know how it works and all, Ren said. Oscar looked behind himself, looking at the Omnitrix. What's your malfunction? Probably something stupid like the DNA splicing replicator copying a fragment of amino acid sequence, Oscar said. The what? Nora asked. It's probably better that I don't go into it, Oscar said. Yeah, it probably is. I could barely understand Professor Peach's classes, Ruby said. Well, it seems Brainiac has it under control, John said. Oscar said, continuing to look at the Omnitrix. The Omnitix has started blinking blue before fully changing to blue from green. What's happening now? Ruby asked. I believe the watch has entered sort of repair mode. Hopefully it will only be a matter of time until I am back to normal, Oscar said. Well, that's good, Nora said. But who's to say how long it will take to repair? Crow will be bring hunters for lunch tomorrow, John said. We'll just have to wait and see, Oscar said. If that's the case then, Nora said. Nora then stood up. Nora. Where are we going? Oscar asked. To bed, silly. We have a long day tomorrow, Nora said. Guys. Help me, Oscar called out. John and Ren looked at each other. The two saluted. Good luck, soldier, John said. Nora then left the room with Oscar. Are we seriously letting Nora kidnap Oscar? Ruby asked. If you want to rescue him from a possessive Nora, be my guest. She's not one to let things that she likes go. She still has her very first hammer, believe it or not, Ren said. Oscar now found himself laying on Nora's chest and under her shirt like a blanket. Why is she doing this to me? Oscar asked himself. I wish I knew too, Oscar, Ruby said. Ruby, Oscar excitedly said. Shush. You'll wake her, Ruby said. Ruby picked Oscar out of Nora's shirt. Thanks, Oscar said. Don't mention it. Rest assured we'll get her back, Ruby said. Right, Oscar said. But not now. I'm tired and I bet you are too, Ruby said. You could say that, Oscar said. In that case, Ruby said. In one swift motion, Ruby grabbed her cape and wrapped Oscar up into it. She then places Oscar on the dresser next to her bed. Ruby, Oscar questioned. It's a long walk back to your room at your size, Ruby said. I guess it is, Oscar said. And I think your bed may be slightly too big for you at the moment, Ruby said. I see. Thanks, Ruby, Oscar said. You're welcome. Good night, Oscar, Ruby said. Good night, Oscar said. Ruby then climbed into bed and went to sleep. Oscar, on the other hand. Oscar remained awake. He was trying to think of how to get back at Nora. His eyes then fixated on Magnild. Oscar then got a devious smile. Early the next morning, everyone was gathered outside on the training grounds. All right, Vomit Boy. I'm going to come at you with everything I've got this time, Nora yelled. You say that every time, John said. Over at the edge of the arena, Ren, Ruby and Oscar, who was still transformed as Brainiac, were watching the two of them. So, you have any ideas you've come up with the brain of yours to get back at Nora? Ruby asked. Yep, and I've already put my plan into action, Oscar said. Really? What did you do? Ruby asked. Just wait and see, Oscar said. Alright, here I come, Nora said. Nora then pulled the trigger on Magnhild to launch herself at Jan, but nothing happened. Ha, Nora said. All of a sudden, the front of Magnhild opened up. All the grenades then fired off in the launcher, causing Nora to spin rapidly. She spun over 100 times before coming to a stop. Nora. Are you okay? Jan asked. What the hell happened? Nora said. Payback. That's what happened, Oscar said. Oscar. What did you do? Ruby asked. I reconfigured the firing mechanism on Magnhild to set off all the grenades at once. I did the same with the projectiles, so they would only propel Nora and not explode. It's quite simple really. Nora will be able to set Magnhild back to normal, Oscar said. Very impressive, Oscar. Brainiac is very smart indeed. But have you considered that Nora would retaliate instead of backing down? Ren said. Ha, Oscar said. Nice payback, Oscar. But you must know, no one outpranks me, so get ready, because here I come, Nora said. Nora then charged at Oscar. That's only if you can catch me. And at my current size, Oscar said. The Omnitrix then began to beep. Oh, so now you decide to work properly, Oscar yelled. Oscar, get down before Ruby yelled. But it was too late. Oscar had transformed back to human whilst standing on Ruby's shoulder. They both lost their balance, Ruby falling backwards, Oscar falling forward. Oscar landed on the ground, but not with a thud. He had landed on something soft. He opened his eyes to find himself in between Nora's chest. Oh, so you like breast, do you? Okay then, Nora said. Nora then wrapped her arms around Oscar's head, keeping it in place. Nora taught a valuable lesson that day. Don't prank Nora. Hey, Ruby, are you okay? Ren asked. Yeah, Ruby said. Ruby sat up and looked at Nora and Oscar. Nora. Please. I'm sorry, Oscar yelled. I'm not letting you go until you've had enough, Nora said. Nora. I think he gets it. Let him go before he passes out. Or turns your shirt red, Ren said. Fine, Nora said. Nora then let Oscar go. I'd suggest not pranking Nora again, Ozpin said. I need a cold shower, Oscar said. Oh, come on. I don't smell that bad. I bet you liked it, Nora teased. Oscar blushed, before briskly walking away. Nora, could you please stop teasing him? Ruby said. Oh, are you jealous? Nora asked. What? No, Ruby yelled. What is Nora doing? Jan asked. I believe it is called shipping, Ren said. Meanwhile, out in the untamed land of Anima, a blonde bombshell was riding her bike through the woods. She came to a split in the path with a sign indicating where each path would lead to. One would lead her to Mistral. The other sign had its original destination crossed out and hand bandits written over it. The blonde bombshell went down the bandit path. End of chapter 7.